Yeah. So, number one, it was a long time coming. Number two, it's probably needed, but there are many, many people in our country, even not to mention the world, that will be negatively affected because of manipulation and all those things, and directly correlated. It directly will affect the ability to own a home. And truly, that's one of those things that's like the age old American dream, if you will. If that still exists, I'll be honest, I'm not sure. But the one thing that I do know is that the costs are going to be higher. Whatever wherever you are at, whatever way you look at it, the cost to secure a home will be higher. A number of other things will be affected by those costs because it's directly related to the housing market. Um, I'm not. I'm pretty sure that it's not actual trickle down economics. It's actually just in inflation and deflationary tools and metrics that will filter into just cost of living in general. Um, for companies to be able to get money, they have to borrow from banks, and that prime rate being higher, literally multiple times higher than it was for nearly almost 2 decades. People probably there are some people that have been around long enough that remember how it works, but they haven't operated in a space with an interest rate where it is right now. So I hope that people can adapt. I hope that if people can find their way through it to still be successful. There are ways. Um, but the highlighting the biggest issue moving forward with what just happened is just the fact that it's true that there are a number of homes in America, not just the world, but America, that will struggle to be able to afford the price increases that go along with that. And that dream of owning a home is nearly you normally say punted down the road a little bit further, but it it might not be reachable for some at this point, depending on where they were at financially, unfortunately. And that's why I think I'm most excited about being able to do these podcasts with you, Jade, and the amazing, amazing ideas that Fire Army has behind it.
Crypto Cliff Notes. Urbanite Millennial Fire Investing. December 2022. This manual is for the urban millennial who is on the road of wealth building, eager to get their feet wet in the world of investing. Oftentimes, our generation pulls away from both traditional investing and digital investing. This is due to the vast information in the ever-expanding market. Plus, poor experience with business and money investing coaches leaves one trust broken and confidence shot. I simply wrote down the steps I took verbatim from when I downloaded the various apps on my phone and the steps I took to get signed up on the computer. I talk about how I did my first trade with my money earned from signing up on the Robinhood and Coinbase apps. I have not been paid by Coinbase or Robinhood or Stash and use them as an example for how I started my journey. I am not an advisor nor a professional. I am just like you. And that's what makes it so great. So, come on. Start your crypto investing journey. Make money with only $5 of your own money. Setting up apps on your phone to begin buying trades, crypto, and stocks. And begin your first investments and establish your portfolio on your trading apps. This journey is about investing in yourself in more than one way. Session 1, December 2022. These are the main areas we will cover in this course and manual. Get your feet wet with my Crypto Cliff Notes and the Learned and Earned method, where you earn crypto from starting accounts and watching tutorials. The only investment you will need for yourself is $5. This is the initial investment from one of the trading platforms. From that, we will generate at least $25 and up to $100 in 10 days. What you will gain is an inheritable portfolio and more financial security. Setting up accounts for trading and completing verification. Startup bonuses and using the Learn and Earn bonus for initial investment. Researching our first investments and making our first investments. Crypto conversion. Diversification. Creating crypto wallet. Prospectus, delegating crypto, NFTs, how to create and how to fund them, or what you can do with them. Follow-up questions and the track sheet and note guide. That's already included in the course material. Choosing a great platform to start your investing journey is essential. Here are the top verified apps for investing and will be used during the course. Here are the main apps we will use to get started. Please download all 5 on your device. The main 3 you will need are Stash, Coinbase, and Coinbase Wallet, as I use them for examples. Take a moment here to pause the video, get your device ready if you haven't done so already, and then we will continue this section. Every app will serve a unique purpose towards building an even portfolio and to transfer your funds to a central wallet. This gives you the ability to move stocks, money, and crypto across multiple networks and centralize it in one wallet. Sign up process and verification. Start your profile with each app and then complete the verification. It does require you to enter your SSN during verification. Students and those who are unemployed may be required to complete additional verification steps. Make sure you click your email verification link as well after you have followed all of the sign-up steps. Session 2. Sign-up bonuses. funding your account and getting free stock, crypto, and sign-up bonuses from opening account. Many of the apps that you're using in this course have incentives. You either get crypto, shares, stock shares, or money funded into your account just from signing up. Here are the incentives per app. Stash gives you you spend $5 for Stash, and then it gives you $20 as a cash bonus to invest in trading in different stocks on Stash. So you spend $5 and it gives you $20. So it's pretty much like an instant rebate, which is what I enjoyed from me first using the app last year. And then if you visit the Stash party, you get free stocks there as well. And then with the Stash party, you also earn $20 every time someone signs up with Stash with your referral link. So that right there is just a great way from that one platform to earn tons of money. And of course, you can take all the time you need to read over these great money details in the course material. Each app pays the bonus fairly quickly within days. These are the funds that we will use to grow your portfolio and trade our way into earning. Using just the funds from Stash and Coinbase, you can start with $25. The $20 bonus to sign up and your initial $5 investment, right? And if you have one friend that uses your link, then boom, you have $45 on Stash. When I used the second method and I started with $45 on Stash and then the $30 on Coinbase, I had $75 in 48 hours, 2 days. I grew it from $100 from only that initial $5 investment. So, you are already ready to invest in yourself. Make every penny count and invest wisely. Start as small as $5 and learn how to make that go the long way. Buying your first stock with your free earned money, crypto, and stocks. Now we're ready to invest. But before we do, make sure you take the time to research the company, coin, or call to action. Also, there are many different forms of investing. Let's learn about a few of them. Stocks, bonds, cash, mutual funds, index funds, target date funds, staking, NFT, other assets like real estate commodities, and of course, crypto. All of these products are available in Web3 in one form or another. Make sure you do your research and your due diligence. As you see, there are many different avenues for investment. The goal of diversification is to invest in multiple areas over time, evening out your portfolio and allocated assets. Investment takes time and patience. This is why it's important to find investments that will grow and, of course, work for you. Securing your first trades, trading, and buying your first investments continued. Let's have some fun, shall we? Now, you know which company, products, or investment groups you are now interested in. It's time to make a purchase. Let's open up our Stash app. Follow the instructions below, and then continue on to the next section. Feel free to pause the video here while you follow along. Congratulations! You have just made your first official purchase with free money and made the first step towards your investment journey. Now, rinse and repeat 9 more times. You want to secure at least 10 investments with the free learn and earn money to help us diversify your portfolio later. This is achieved by even distribution of funds, then apply a buy and hold method. Over time, as you notice trends, you get to learn different things about your portfolio and growth. In the next section, we talk about trades and conversions, strategies, learning different graph reading candle charts, and how it is you can use all those methods we just mentioned and talked about towards crypto as well. See you there.
So we're talking about a big thing to our community, right? Entry barriers. But not any entry barriers. Entry barriers for Web3. So what is Fire Army? Well, fire talks about bringing that fire. Fire literally stands for fund your retirement early. As in, fund your retirement early with our different models, methods, and applications. When you scale your growth up with the Fire Army free tools, tips, tricks, materials, courses, you have expanded your opportunity to succeed as a project. So that's all we're saying is, hey, come hang out, join us in Discord, Twitter, TikTok, or right here in Clubhouse every Monday, Wednesday, Friday for great content, information, and to help you, the average person, scale themselves into Web3. And we do that by sharing all the terminology and the recent events that we can. Like, seriously, because who's going to remember all that, right? But don't worry, you don't have to. That's our job here. We make sure we cover all that so that you guys can just be informed and make the right decisions. Definitely have someone asking to speak, and I'll send out a couple of invites. Welcome, Drew, to the room as well. And hey, guys, as we transition throughout the topics today in the next 30 minutes of the broadcast, feel free to give us some feedback on the news topics when we open up the floor or anything that you might have just heard of interest. So yeah, and we're definitely about to get started getting into our first piece of news for the day. Oh yeah, but before we do, I'm gonna ask you this: how many ramps do you know into Web3? It's not many. A lot of projects have tried and failed. A lot of projects have come and made promises they couldn't keep. What makes us different is that we're already live. And we've been live and functioning, operational for well over what, 100 and something days, Craig?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So we built for 7 years. We've been live for well over half of this year. And now we're operational. What does that mean? We're at the point where we can start onboarding you guys as much as possible and to help. So the people, the 40, 50 people we've already done that for have gone off with successful projects. So I think today when we're just talking about being a rep on, Web3 and onboarding, then throughout the rest of the series, you'll learn a little bit more about those methods and everything else that we brought up and we're talking about. So I'm going to get your first news article prepped here and leave it to Craig. Craig, I'm going to turn it over to you for a few minutes. What's on your mind?
Well, one of the things that I'm most excited about, honestly, is just the amazing things that Fire Army does to allow people to understand even the basics and understand what is important and what is not important. There's a lot of news going on in the Web3 space. There's just a lot of stuff always going on. Some of it, you're like, what is that? Other things, oh, well, that's cool. I actually follow Ethereum and everything in between. You can see words that don't make sense most of the time. So you can see terms that you're like, man, I'm pretty sure I've seen that. For instance, one of the key things knowing what blockchain you're on. You should know where you're going to be operating. That's one of the most important things when it comes to the cryptocurrency space. Is it on the Ethereum blockchain? Is it on Avalanche blockchain? Is it on maybe the Ripple blockchain? I mean, Bitcoin is there, but that's where everything just started. Everything started from there and then spread out. So the most important thing that you can do is to check, okay, what coin is on this blockchain? What coins are on that blockchain? Maybe you're interested in NFTs, the same thing. They all operate in different places. They all have different marketplaces. Okay. And knowing all of these things and doing that background and that research to figure those things out is one of the most important things that you can do. It's very important. So, how does Fire Army fit into all of this? We're here to help you understand these different things. Jade put together an amazing, amazing ebook you can get on Amazon. And I'm sure that when we put this video up, we'll have that link there. And it is one of those things that walks you through different things that you need to know, different ways to go about things to list NFTs. What do you need to list an NFT? Do you need gas, or can you just list it? All those questions are answered in that type of a book that Jade has put together. So make sure that you go to Amazon and pick it up if you can. Jade?
Absolutely. You can always get the PDF from us or in one of our NFTs or on Amazon. Many choices. But the best way to get that content, that information, is to just be here in Clubhouse with us. We discuss all the information that's already in there every day, every time we appear. That's all we're talking about is how we have done what we've done, other ways that you can do it too, so that you guys can get started. Now, I think I'm going to play music for a little bit before I come into this news topic. How does that make you feel? Let's go.
Hello, multiple eyes. How are you doing? Welcome to the room. All right. What is going on with Kim? Kim Kardashian. So, in case you've not watched the news or don't know who that is, one of the things that you need to be aware of is that celebrities are like, oh, there's money in crypto very early on. But did they do their own research? Well, time is going to tell, friends. It seems that Kim found herself in some trouble. She was one of those people that hopped on early and said, yeah, you all should look into buying this crypto before there was a lot of research or things out there, and also before the SEC actually made a ruling on whether they were going to be for or against crypto, whether they were going to try and gatekeep the crypto, or whether they were also going to classify it as security. Well, guess what? They decided it was a security. And that's unfortunate, because one of the things that goes with that is that there are a lot of rules associated with securities as opposed to just another financial medium. So one of the most important things when they were doing their research and figuring out how they were going to classify it was finding out what rules it should fall under. And what they chose and decided was that, yes, it is in fact a security. So what does that mean? Well, what that means is that there's a lot more paperwork. There's a lot more things that you have to do before moving forward with standing behind something, before you promote something or try and sell something. Okay? And The reason that that is the case is that when you are a well-known individual like Kim Kardashian, of course, a few people know her anyways, then you have the responsibility to have done your research and also to make sure that it is legitimate and that you're not trying to con or scam anyone. So maybe it's possible that Kim didn't know that the crypto was going to not do well. Maybe she was hopeful that it would be a long-term project. Maybe it wasn't just a quick cash grab. But unfortunately, the SEC Commission decided that that was not the case. With that, they slapped her with a $1.26 million fine for trying to promote an unregistered security. So, what does that mean for everyone else? Well, number one, that means that there's probably in the short term going to be a lot more cases like this. There were also a number of other celebrities that you know of very well that were associated with the same crypto. It'll be interesting if they also get the same fines or it's just Kim. But one thing that they do like to do is make examples of people when it comes to the financial institutions and courtrooms. So we'll see what happens in the future with that. So for now, we're just going to listen to some quick tunes. Oh, my apologies, Drid. Welcome up. Anything you'd like to share about breaking down barriers in Web3, talking about the last news article that I shared on, or how's your day going? No, I just saw that he just shared the room, so maybe he's off sharing the room. Well, for now, we'll just listen to some tunes, and we'll be here when you get back. All right, all right, all right. So, Dred, do you happen to be around this time, sir? I apologize for kind of catching you off. I know that you're always doing things, but we really do appreciate you joining us. All right, cool. Well, moving on to some other things that we can talk about. So, something that we're going to be talking about on Wednesday is those things called a cold wallet. And while it seems like it's a very simple thing, I'm going to just give you a quick teaser. One of the things that's important is knowing all the terms and terminology that goes with being in the Web3 space. So what I figured we can do is kind of talk about a couple things. And the first thing that we're going to talk about is what we're going to be covering on Wednesday. What is a wallet? What is that digital wallet thing? Okay? And digital wallets are some really, really neat pieces of coding that are used to protect your crypto and also all sorts of NFTs or other things that you might be working with. Huh, interesting. So, Cold Wallet, for instance, is an offline device used to store cryptocurrencies. And not only that, but they can also be actual hardware devices or sheets of paper containing a user's private keys. So, while it is normally referring to something that's digital, it could also just simply be your private secret key that you are to keep for any digital wallet that you have. So just keep in mind and keep that definition in the back of your mind when we head into Wednesday's discussion, and we'll talk more and even talk about some of our affiliates. Feel free to check out our website at firearmy.com to look at those affiliates. We have them listed there, and all of them we are actively using and would love for you to join us. All right. Dred, are you there? Or maybe Jade, do you have anything that you'd like to mention?
No, I think that hit it definitely right on the nose. Making sure that you have proper storage, proper security is number one when coming into this space. I don't know. How about you guys? Let's have a quick discussion. Let's compare devices. I have a Nano S Ledger device. What about you guys?
Sorry about that. Got a Nano X Ledger.
That's funny. I have a Nano X Ledger.
Then there's people that are in the other markets, aka Europe, Australia, Canada, not here, that uses Trezor. Trezor's just not dominant in this market. And yes, I also say that as a Ledger affiliate that I am, but Trezor is also one of those other hard wallets that you could use for that storage offline for your digital assets. NFTs storage, however, and crypto is only on the Ledger right now. So that's the only device in the world that you can put your NFTs and your crypto and have it safely stored offline. Boom, for US people. So yeah, go ahead, Craig.
No, that's a wonderful point, Jade, and I appreciate you popping in there. And one of the things that I think that that's actually a valid part of the Fire Army destroying barriers is that you actually have your money carrying around in that ledger. I know that we'll be talking more in general and more in depth on Wednesday about the cold wallets. Make sure that you're there for that MRE. But the thing is that there is no place in the financial institutions decide if you have a gold bar in your hand that you can get real cash, your cash, immediately, than using the cryptocurrencies, the blockchain, and also having that ledger in your pocket. Not only does it keep it safe, it's also 100% yours. The bank isn't trying to squeeze a couple more percents of interest out of it or anything like that that you don't ever see. In fact, it's yours, no one else's. It's on the blockchain. It's in your wallet, your actual wallet that no one else has access to unless you give it to them. So make sure that you're checking
Yeah,
those agreements when people are sending things to you.
absolutely. And again, make sure you're transferring if you do have to do transfers on the right chain, on the right network. Otherwise, you're losing money. And those are the tips to help you stay safe in Web3. Yes. Now, back onto another news article topic. I'm sorry, I gotta. Mm. So, the president of FTX US stepped down. I'm here to tell you, I don't understand why it took so long. Over the next few months, I'll be transferring my responsibilities and moving into an advisory role at the company, Harrison said on Twitter. This just happened like an hour ago, and all that momentum, right? It's gonna stay there, but it's just the fact that all of the scandals in recent have brought a lot of complexity to FTX's marketplace, just essentially. But we're gonna see what happens to the crypto market after the FTX switch with, and we'll see who this new person is gonna be, right? We're gonna have a new president in the U.S. market for this exchange, and they're making sure they're sticking up to their regulatory standards for these exchanges. It's one of the 19th largest crypto exchanges in America. So, yeah, FTX definitely has a large responsibility, just like crypto.com, just like Coinbase, or any of the other big guys. So, this is going to be interesting transition change coming soon. Keep an eye on that. Definitely keep an eye on that because I guarantee you there's going to be some fluctuations in the market over this next 2 week long process of this integration and them getting a new asset manager. So that is the latest news from us. You heard it here first today live. And we definitely have one more news topic to talk about, which I don't want to go too far over everyone's head, but most recent article from Cointelegraph today is Ether staking too difficult. Community members claim it is. This is the critical juncture right here that I'm going to switch back to why Fire Army is important. If your community is telling you that staking is too difficult and you're the owner of that product, what is the best course to take? I guess. Well, pun intended, of course. If people in the community were to take the time and follow like the advisory steps that I gave yesterday to generate the content to teach and educate your users how to properly use your product and then properly onboard them and guide them through that process of using and testing the product. They now know how to go back to your website and use your product in full. And then, more importantly, let's think about this. You have a community with millions of users. So, if you have a community with millions of users, it's not that hard to make a video, drop it on YouTube, and have it monetized within a week. You would literally be making money off of educating your own consumer base about how to use your product properly. That isn't bad business ethics. Those are great business practices. Why it is not instituted across the industry, we will never know. But that's why we're here, to set those standards and to show you that onboarding can be a monetized process for your community. If you need to raise seed money, there's a way to do it. There's one. And it is mystifying that the Ether community is saying staking is too difficult. That sounds to me like you guys have not been educated. And I say that because we know that the people who have education in this area, they know what they're doing. I can go right now, go start a staking contract, get it set up, go start a farm pool, boom, 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 make my money. It'll be 20 cents because I'm not spending more than $20. But you know my point. I can do that because I am knowledgeable about how to do that as a developer, as a product developer. I know the average person cannot do that. Because I know that this can be done, I can say, hey, let me go charge this as a service and make money from it. But that's not what I do. I come here and I give you the information for free so you can learn how to do it. And if you decide to go and charge someone else for their lack of knowledge, that's up to you. Why not? That's how capitalism has been working, right? Right? That's everyone's attitude, right? Capitalism isn't going anywhere, but how you use it and how you apply it in correlation to your personal ethics and your business needs is up to you because you are the variable in the scenario. How you decide to do that is entirely up to you as a business owner, project, or leader of that. And as a community member, it's up to you to use your voice and ask for those practices to be invoked or changed. This is why governance exists. And ETH has one of the largest decentralized autonomous organizations in existence. So I find it very hard as to why they feel the staking is too hard. It sounds like they just weren't educated. What do you guys think?
I agree. I mean, it seems like they just updated the product and threw it out there. And knowing that if the new ETH2 merger was gonna come, I would have had onboarding set up established beforehand because it attracted a lot of eyes. But I guess they're only paying attention to their original members, I suppose. But yeah, I definitely agree.
Yeah, Jade, if you want to mute your mic there. But yeah, you're spot on, Dredd. I think I was actually surprised by that fact that they did focus on those that already had the information and had the know-how and didn't really care about onboarding new people to the space. They're fine just making the money and where they're at, and that just tells us that we need to be as a community looking to bring more people into the space and teaching people how things do work. And while not everybody is interested in finding out exactly how all of the nuances of staking or creating nodes might work, it is something that we should normalize as information out there. While there is some of it out there, I love that we're going out and finding people and putting that information into their hands, but then also showing them how they can apply it and actually make the money. That's the part where I love what Fire Army is doing. It is literally getting rid of that barrier. Yeah, they don't want you to figure it out, but here, you do this and then go win and make some money.
I have only ever found in life the thing that has ever stopped a man is the lack of education. Once you are informed, you have the tools to go out and do your own fishing. It's just as simple. So when we are all here together, building together, I want to build an ecosystem that is sound, safe, and stable, not just a scam. So yeah, when it comes to what we just saw today with the Ethereum network, and as I'm closing out this broadcast, I'm just going to mention one more time. Make sure you're making content for your community to understand how to use your product. Otherwise, you run into these barriers. You're creating them. And these are the hurdles that I saw in this industry last year, which made me do this last part of the initiative to give back and to do this for you guys, to be on ramp. Because if I could do it, I know you could. And I'm not saying that in the sense of all the knowledges and the things I know and what I've attained throughout the years and my 30 years. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying if I can do it with no money, then you can do it with no money. Why would I charge you for something that I didn't spend money to learn how to do? No, I'm not going to gatekeep like that. What I will do is charge you for my time and give y'all the info for free. So that's what happens here on Wednesdays. We talk about our fire consulting products. We talk about how we can help you one on one. And we give you, of course, all the free information and the deets every broadcast. So just come with a pen and a paper. Come have a blast. Come hang out with us. But more importantly, come learn how you can fund your retirement early. And this has been another fire broadcast, everybody. Thank you for staying tuned, listening, sharing. We'll see you out there in Web3. All right.